Hey guys, welcome to Khong Driving. It's been a long time. Today we're going to check out this lovely yellow car. Yes, this is the Lotus Eletre, and we of course are going to check out the handling on our favorite mountain. So stay with us. Okay, so Shun is in the car with me, but you can't see him.
Hello everyone.
So we're going to do a bit of road driving on this car to feel it. Guys, this is a fully electric SUV. It's designed as an SUV, but it drives like a supercar. Why? 605 horsepower. This is the Eletre S. There is the Eletre R that gives you 900 horsepower. So this is the lower power of the two. Even at that low power, it is 605 horsepower, 710 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds, whereas the other one is 2 point something seconds, yeah? Okay, so we have all-wheel drive, and this the promise of Lotus is it built like a SUV but handles like a sports car. So we don't know how it handles. We're just going to check it out, yeah? And we are going at the speed limit here, which is 90 on the highway, and checking out the noise. So what you actually hear is not the motor, but the tires. So the tire noise is the only thing that you will hear, right? And in terms of drive, yesterday I drove this back from Lotus to my house, and it rained cats and dogs. And in the rain, the all-wheel drive system was really good. So in terms of quiet, well, all electric cars are quiet. In terms of battery, it will last 600 kilometers. And what we have now is actually 396. And when you put it on sport mode, it will take a bit more. So, well, the nominal rate is 600, and I think you will not get 600 if you push it. So we have now 395 kilometers, and by the time we get to the bottom of the hill, it will be a bit lesser. And when we get to the top of the hill, it will be even lesser. We don't know how much, but remind me to tell everybody, right, Shun?
Yep.
And also, in terms of driving feel, it feels very, very solid, and the height, it does make me feel very tall. So remember guys, it's a SUV. Okay, what I'll do now is I put my seat down a bit lower. Yeah. So it's a bit better. And in terms of grip, round corners, no problem. Look at, and that's just in normal mode. We just accelerated. Woo! That's nice. And of course, if you do this type of acceleration, your range may drop to as low as 400 or even less, I don't know. You're at 600, it's just like your normal petrol engine car. Some may give you, say, okay, we can go 600, but if you gun it, then you might get it down to about 400. So it's the same with the electric cars. If you use up a lot of energy, then you will have less at the end. Yeah. Because you can't get something for nothing. And this vehicle has got dual motors, yes. And this vehicle is as heavy, okay, the weight is 2.6 tons. Now in terms of size, it's a bit over 5 meters long, 5103, that is the overall length. So it's about 200 mm shorter than a pickup truck, okay, so it's not that long. Then the overall width is about 2.1 meters, right?
Correct.
And the height is 1.6 meters, and the wheelbase, if I remember correctly, is a bit over 3 meters, 3019 mm. Okay, so this is a big vehicle. There are paddle shifters, but the one on the right just does the driving mode. You can switch to sport just like that, and when you switch to sport, it lowers the suspension. But there's another switch that you can put it to even lower. I don't want to do it while I'm driving, so I'll just use the normal sport mode, and that will bring it down to low suspension. Okay, I'm going to switch to sport mode. Look at it. Okay, and the color changes. And the suspension goes down 1 notch because it's air suspension, yeah? So according to the spec sheet, this car has got multi-link suspension. This morning I checked to see whether I can put any magnetic mounts. Nope, not one part of the body can you fit a magnetic mount, yeah? And I think it's either composite or aluminum. There's no steel that is on the outside. I'm sure there is on the inside, but then I can't say for sure, because I'm sure Lotus are very, very concerned about the weight, because being a battery electric vehicle, the batteries itself will take a lot of weight, and of course this car is very big lah. Okay guys, so we are very near the exit to Genting, and I didn't realize I talked for so long. So the video is going to be a bit long, but anyway, we are just doing a review, yeah? Okay, so for this Genting run, we're not going to go very fast. Just remember, it's not a race. We are checking out the suspension and the handling of the car. Okay, so we are in sport mode, and we are going at 87 kilometers per hour. Okay, this is taken at 75. All right, so there is only a single gear. There's no gear, and on the left hand side, the pedal shifter is for the Regen. So if you want more Regen, then you press on the top, and that also adds on the retardation. Sorry, it's at the bottom, I think. Not quite sure. I'm not going to check it right now. Okay. All right, so we are going up the mountain, and we are about to get to the start of the run. It's still a bit dark, and there's a bit of traffic, so you have to be careful about traffic. So we'll just go easy, yeah. Okay, turn 1 is a right 2, and I'm just giving you guys a bit of an idea what the turn degree is, right? This is like right 2, and we use numbers 1 to 7. And this is turn 2, which is a left 3 and long. And then turn 4 is a right 5 into a left 2, and this is a 2-stage. The road is a little bit wet, and so this corner has 2 apexes, and then that's the straight. Ooh, we are accelerating. Okay, and we are. Was that the smart tech that dropped? Okay, we don't know where it dropped, but never mind. Okay, so we have traffic in the corner. We will slow down.
Oh my god, I can feel the torque.
Yeah, this is 710 Newton meters of torque. Okay, here we go. And we have to share this corner with 2 other cars, but we will let them through first. And then look at the acceleration. So effortless. Thank you. Okay, he let us through.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. So with this car, okay, you can drive a fast car slow, but you can't drive a slow car fast. So with this car, you can afford to relax. See, I'm relaxing around the corners, and then when you get to the straight, you just scoot, yeah, like this. Woo! Look at that. And this is the small little roundabout. You take it easy, and you are through. And of course, there's a truck in front, and the road is wet, and there's a motorbike behind the truck. So we got to see whether he's going to be there. No, he's not. And the truck is on both sides of the road. Okay. Thank you. So when driving on this road, you must be wary of other traffic and only scoot when you can. Okay, so you can see the road is wet. And you don't have to drive very hard to be fast in this, so just take it easy. We have all-wheel drive, but still grip in the wet is not as good as grip in the dry. We're catching up on other cars. So this car can be quite fun on Genting, yeah. You don't have to drive fast, but it's nice to drive. Okay, take it easy. We'll just pass this car slowly. And we'll take this car on the outside if it is possible. Okay, you notice on the right hand turns, cars tend to cut in. Nice. Okay, so just checking out the handling around the corners. Of course, there are cars, so we go a bit slower. Oh, I forgot to mention we have ambient light in the car, and I have no idea why, but the ambient light is pink. Okay, so the road is wet. We are just taking it easy. So this car is really very easy to drive. And of course, air suspension makes it very comfortable. But having said that, it is still 2.6 tons, and you still have to drive with a little bit of skill. You have to be a trained driver. So ordinary drivers have to go a little bit slower. Yeah, I'm going very slow. Right, Shun?
Slow for train driver.
I know, we're very slow. See, we're going slow, okay? We have the little Innova in front of us, okay? And you have a Proton Saga. Thank you. So this is a nice and relaxed drive. Take it easy around this corner because there's a car on the far side, and we are at the second last corner, going to the first part of the Genting hill climb. Okay, there we go. And we are at the roundabout, and we have 320. How much do we have just now? 390 something, is it? When we started?
About 400 something.
400 Was it 400 something?
Yeah, it's 400 something.
402 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. That was starting from PJ.
When at the gas station, yeah, it's about just over 400.
Just over 400.
Just over 400.
Okay, I forgot what it was. Anyway, you can check the video record lah. So we are up to 320. That means we are okay to go up one more lah. And this guy is so silent. Thank you. He is very kind of him. And so we will go this part. This is the sort of like the cooling down part. So we are still in sport mode. Let's check it out in tour mode. Okay, tour mode. I think the suspension goes up a bit higher.
Yep.
So guys, if you want to save a bit of battery, maybe you run on tour mode lah, and the car will be higher. The handling will be a little bit different, but if you are a normal driver, I don't think you will notice if there's any difference, but maybe you will, because if it's lower, it sits more secure. And look at that. Oh, so you don't have to drive very fast. You just learn how to scoot when the car is straight, and you will enjoy this car. So you might say that this is like a karaoke machine. You know what is a karaoke? Karaoke makes a poor singer a good singer, makes a good singer like a pro.
The ambient light also makes it look like a karaoke room.
Yeah, man. Okay, I really pink. Okay, it's not my color. I suppose we have to figure out how to change it later, but not right now while the car is moving. Oh, today we're a bit early because we see this bus a bit earlier. Okay, I'm going to overtake the bus slowly. Okay, and we're here. And okay, so I promised my wife I'll drive slow. See, I'm driving slow. Oh, but this car is fun, man. So you see, you don't have to drive very hard. I'm going easy. I'm following this motorbike, and letting him see me first. Can you see me? Yes, he saw me. Thank you. Then I scoot. Look at that. Ooh. Okay, we just scoot for a little bit lah. See, the road is wet. So wet roads are dangerous, yeah. Because you don't have so much grip. Well, most of the road is dry lah, but there are still patches where it's wet, and you can get into trouble if you don't be careful. So as usual, we have to be careful, especially around other traffic. See this motorbike in front of us? Okay, we gotta wait until he can see us. So we patiently follow him. Yes, he saw us, and we take him on the outside, and we make sure we stay on the outside. Yeah, give him space, give him room. Okay, this car knows we're here. We'll take him on the outside and go around this corner. Of course, he's behind lah, and we can scoot. Look at that! And the brakes, of course, are very good. Look at that! So, guys, if you want a fun car, this is it, man.
Oh my god!
Nice. And with all-wheel drive, it is very, very safe, or relatively safe lah. Okay, motorbike. That was the collision warning. Okay, so this car uses a radar for its ADAS system, yeah. And actually, our ESC stability control is on. We didn't turn it off for safety lah. And you can see how nice the car is handling. Oh, nice, very, very nice. And it's very comfortable. Okay, look at my hands, guys. This is the push-pull method. And after the corner, you have to release the steering. Okay, push-pull, yeah? Push and pull, and then you turn the steering. Do not release the steering. Nice. Okay, brakes are good. One of the few people braking on an uphill. Nice. Okay. The warning comes very early. It tells us we are approaching the car in front. Nice. So this is 55 kilometers per hour around the corner. There's a bump here. Okay. Okay. We're going to share this corner with the bus. Better to let him take the corner. There's not enough space to squeeze. We have to wait because there's some construction going on here and we don't know if the road is going to narrow or open out. We will wait again until we can see where we are going. Yes, we can. Thank you very much. Motorbike going the wrong way. And this is the last corner. Yes. And we made it, okay? So this car is so easy to drive. So easy. You don't have to push it. Then you can scoot. Then you can slow down for the corner. Then you can scoot and you slow down for the corner. And the car will take it all. So because we are going slow, we didn't have any problem with overheating battery, and we are still on tour. Yeah, this is a standard mode with a high raised suspension, standard height lah. And of course, if you go off-road, then it goes even higher. You can raise it to the highest, especially if you are crossing maybe some water or whatever lah. So overall verdict, very nice. So can I take this up Genting for a drive on weekends with my family? Yes, I can, because we can sit 4 people. And yes, I can, because the range is good. Now we have 270. So this last 6 or 7 kilometers, we used up 50 kilometers of battery. Yeah. But of course, going down, you will regen quite a bit back. So now it's 270. When we get to the bottom of the hill, we'll probably have a bit more or equivalent to this. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to increase the regen rate. Yeah, so we can regen more. So the question you will ask, why don't you always put a maximum regen? I'll tell you why. Because when you're on regen, what happens is it gets very uncomfortable for the passengers and for the driver sometimes. Because when you accelerate, it's fine. Then when you lift off, you go like it's kind of like retards the thing very quickly, as if it's like brakes on. Because when you're charging the batteries, the generator saps a bit of energy. Yeah, so you see, the car wants to stop by itself. And this is also you can do one pedal driving if you want, you know. That means you don't need to use the brakes. But of course, if you are driving fast, this one pedal driving won't work, because it may not slow down fast enough for you. So you still have to use the brakes. But of course, with this Lotus Eletre, you don't have to worry about the brakes. Yeah. All right then, so that's the end of drive. Thank you very much for being with us. And remember, stay safe on the roads. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.